The Fallacy Detective by Nathaniel Bluedorn and Hans Bluedorn, Lesson 11. Appeal to the People. Person calling phone company. I heard that you are now charging us for local calls. I am calling to complain. You have no right to charge us for that. You're making enough money as it is. You're the only phone company around here, so you think you can get away with highway robbery. Phone company. I hear what you're saying and appreciate your openness on this issue. Person. I don't want you to appreciate anything. I don't want to pay for local calls. Phone company. You see, when you are discussing this issue, it came to our attention that it is now common in this country to pay for local calls. In fact, the people over in the next state are paying for them now. Person. So? Phone company. Did you know that the people in most European countries have been paying for local calls for years? Person. So? Phone company. It's funny that you have been the only person to call and complain about this new policy. Everybody else seems to be taking it just fine. Person. So? Phone company. Thank you for your input. Click. The phone company is not addressing the caller's arguments. The phone company is bringing up irrelevant topics. It is irrelevant that people in the United States commonly pay for local calls. It's irrelevant that Europe has been paying for them. And it is just as irrelevant that the caller is the only person to complain about the new policy. The phone company is avoiding the question. The phone company is committing the fallacy of appeal to the people. When we claim that our viewpoint is correct because many other people agree with it, we are committing the appeal to the people fallacy. This fallacy is very similar to the faulty appeal to authority. If it is wrong to appeal to someone who isn't an authority, then it is just as wrong to appeal to many people who are not authorities. The general public is rarely a proper authority on any subject. Political candidate. My opponent thinks this war is killing innocent people despite the fact that a recent poll concluded 76% of Americans think it's okay. The general public is not an authority on moral issues like this. This is an appeal to the people. This new book, The Fallacy Detective, must be the best logic book around. It has been on the bestseller list for months. We should all know that the most popular book isn't necessarily the best book. This is an appeal to the people. It looks as if more people vacation in Florida than any other place. It must be the nicest place in America to visit. If more people vacation in Florida, we might be able to say it is a nice place to visit, but we can't say that it is the nicest place to visit. People might vacation in Florida because it's cheaper, although they really want to go to Hawaii. This fallacy is covered again in Lesson 32 under the title Bandwagon. Ladybug is the lone supporter of this idea. She can't be right. Exercises. What form of bad reasoning, if any, do you find in the following examples? If there is no bad reasoning, write none. Number 1. Jenny. I'm worried about the economy. I think we are entering a depression. Bert. I wouldn't worry. I heard that 89% of Americans believe the economy is improving. Number 2. Clyde. I believe in reincarnation. Jenny. Why do you believe in reincarnation? Clyde. Shirley MacLaine is very famous and she has written many books on the subject and she believes in it. Number 3. Clyde. I believe in reincarnation. Jenny. Why do you believe in reincarnation? Clyde. Shirley MacLaine is very famous and has written many books on the subject. She wouldn't have sold any copies if it wasn't true. Number 4. Jenny. What's the capital of South Dakota? Bert. The guy at the library said it was Tulsa, but I didn't believe him. It didn't look like he even worked there. 5. What? You're telling me to go on a diet? What about you? You're 75 pounds overweight. Number 6. My uncle is a child psychologist and a pediatrician. He says you shouldn't spank children when they are bad. He says it's ineffective. Number 7. We need to give a large subsidy to farmers. The price of corn is so low right now that the farmers are going broke. They are being forced to sell their land to pay for their debts. If this keeps up, most of the small family-owned farms will disappear and we will be left with only large factory farms. Number 8. Every developed nation in the world has strict controls on firearms except America. Number 9. Everybody's buying these new llama wool coats. They must be warm. 10. This song has been on the top of the charts for over a month. It must be a very popular song. 11. It's okay to walk on Mr. Jones's property without asking him. Last week, when I was over there, I met a bunch of boys in the orchard eating apples. People walk on Mr. Jones' land all the time without asking him.